Hi, I'm Dan Schechter,
I'm Michael Anastasi.
and welcome to the $60 Podcast, Episode 3.
Episode 3. Today we plan to talk about video games,
We do.
as suggested by Dan.
But real quick, have you guys noticed that it doesn't sound god-awful anymore?
It's
Because we got a second microphone.
we're fibbing now. You realize that it's no longer the $60 podcast.
Okay, yeah, it is the $120 podcast.
Yeah.
But you can't change your name on Spotify.
Do you actually know that, or just don't want to?
Well, we'll find out.
We'll find out.
We'll
But the
find
$60
out after this episode.
the $60 podcast has such a good ring to it.
It does, it really does.
We
But
can't go off brand now.
We can't.
This
but
is our thing.
I had to buy so much stupid shit for this. I had to buy a mic. I don't know why we only bought one mic to start with.
Well, that was my birthday present.
That was your birthday present.
Yeah.
But then we didn't buy a mic. Why didn't we just buy a second mic?
I don't know.
We recorded 2 episodes without a second mic.
Yeah. Last one we had 3 people all crowded
On
around
one
one
mic.
microphone.
Oh
one
my.
microphone. Now me and Dan are sitting a good distance away from each other, that we're not breathing down each other's necks.
It's actually crazy.
It is.
We have a table now.
Yeah.
It's no longer cardboard.
It was recorded on the cardboard box that I packed my shoes in earlier.
But we do not include that because that was just there.
That was just here.
That's just in the house.
Yeah.
Then I had to buy. I can't believe it. They got rid of fucking USB ports
On a Mac?
Macs.
That's insane.
It is insanity.
Yeah. We're using a different software. We're using GarageBand
'Cause now
for
we
the
can
Mac.
Edit it.
Exactly.
Don't know why we didn't start off.
I don't really know either. We just looked up free audio capture software
know
on
why.
my PC.
I know why.
Because you don't have
I
a
didn't
fucking
have-
USB port.
No, yeah, that's why.
Yeah.
I didn't have a USB port. Then
So we
I-
couldn't plug the mic in, the one mic that we did have, to your computer.
But then I went and bought a $15 dongle. I
Mhm. Nice
ordered
adapter.
it last night. I went out.
Mhm.
I got it at like 8 o'clock in the morning today.
Nice.
And
Nice.
then the whole thing's great.
Yeah.
I also bought a Diet Coke at Office Depot.
They've now mixed with Kratom.
This is Diet Pepsi, actually.
That's Diet Pepsi. Okay.
So there's a little bit of a difference.
Mm.
It's a small difference. Anyway, so video games.
Video games.
Take us away, Mikey.
Back in, 2008, I was 5 years old, and my parents brought home a Wii.
Yeah, that
Yeah.
sounds about right.
Yeah.
2008. When I played did the DS come out before the Wii?
I believe so.
Then-
DS was 2002 or 3?
Like the
Original
I-
DS. Yeah.
I don't know if it was the original.
Oh,
It wasn't the DSi
okay.
or the 3DS.
Then yeah, the original. It came out not too long after the Advance SP, the one that I have here, the Game Boy.
Okay, then
And this was 2000, 2001?
I'll take your word for it. The
Alright.
first video game I ever played
Uh-huh.
that I can remember playing
Mm-hmm.
was Lego Star Wars, or not the complete saga. Lego Star Wars 4 through 6 on
Uh-huh.
my Nintendo DS. And I remember beating the first level during nap time in preschool or junior kindergarten, one of those, whatever. And I remember because I played that game for 3 or 4 days, and I could never beat the first level because I was incredibly young. I couldn't
Very
read
infantile.
by then.
Yeah.
I had no idea what was going on. And I remember being so fucking shocked that there was more levels. I was actually, I was like, holy, as a kid, I was like, oh my god, what?
It's not just this first one.
Dude, for real. I was shocked.
You beat the first one. You're like, there's more?
For real, dude, it was insanity. That oh my god, I can play any of the movies?
Yeah, because how would you have a concept of that before?
Nah, it was insanity.
Mm-hmm.
And then what was my second youngest video game memory? I stole my friend's copy of Mario 64, claiming it smells like my house, so it's probably mine.
Did that work?
It did work.
Oh my God. And wait, Mario 64?
Yeah, Super Mario 64.
For what?
DS.
Oh, I didn't know they ported it.
Yeah.
Huh.
On the DS.
You brought it to school? And you're like, no.
No, this was at his house.
You
The gall of me.
You went to his house and left with his copy because it smelled like your house?
Yeah. Thing is, I'm pretty sure I had Super Mario 64 beforehand, and I just lost it. And I think my young brain thought it was actually mine.
Okay. So there was a thought in your head that there was like, it's possibly is mine.
I thought it was mine. I legitimately thought it was mine.
How old were you?
First grade? I was younger than first grade.
Younger than first grade.
Or first grade.
Shit. What if you actually did take it and that was yours?
If I caught him, that'd be fucking sick.
Right.
That'd be awesome.
How did he react?
He was very understanding about it. He's
really?
Like, oh, okay. Then I walked away with it.
Oh my god, Dan.
He was the same age as me. I wasn't like tricking him, or I guess I might. No.
Technically, I think you were tricking him.
No, that definitely was his. There was no shot that was mine.
Okay.
But again, I was like 5.
Did he beat Mario 64 for the DS?
No.
It's a very difficult game.
I used to do this. I used to give. There was an older kid who lived next door to me. Or not next door, like a house or two down from me. And I used to give him all my video games for him to beat. Does that make sense?
Like, just entirely?
Like, not entirely. Like, I'd play it, I'm like, god damn it, I can't get past the first fucking sword fight
in
Pirates of the Caribbean at World's End for the Nintendo DS. And yeah, so I'd walk over to James' house, I'd walk into his house that reeked of cigarettes, and I'd walk up to his room, and be like, hey James, can you beat this for me? And then I'd give him the game, he'd throw it in his DS, I'd leave, I'd come back like 2 or 3 days later, and he would just give it to me, and it was fucking beat.
Just the level?
No, the game.
The game?
The game.
You got to where you couldn't complete anymore, and you were just like, alright, your turn.
I was a retarded kid, dude.
Fair enough.
I ever tell you I egged my own house?
You egged your own house? What the fuck? No.
I was desperate for approval as a kid.
From who?
From my neighbor, from the other kids in the neighborhood.
James?
No, James didn't hang out with us after like much. I think it was what was this kid who like the most like child of divorce kid in the fucking world. Both very rich parents.
Yeah.
They lived like legitimately a block away from each other. And he had everything. He had everything that kid could ever want.
Such as?
He had all the cool airsoft guns.
Okay.
And he was a troublemaker, that boy was.
Mm-hmm.
So we were hanging out because that's what we did in the summer. My mom would kick me out of the house from like 9 to 5.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it was really. I didn't realize like, oh my god, that's just a job.
Take that, boomers.
Yeah.
We did do that.
And then I'd hang out with them outside, and then we just like, what do we want to do? And we didn't have any more fireworks left over.
Aww.
So we decided to go egg some houses. And the first house we egged was my house.
Did you not realize? Or were you like, nah, these guys gotta think I'm cool?
No, it was the second one.
So you let them egg your own house?
I didn't let them. I encouraged it.
And also through eggs?
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
I was an active participant.
What happened then?
My mom was pissed.
I bet.
My mom was pretty pissed.
Did she walk out like as you guys were doing it?
No, she found out later.
Okay.
She's like, somebody egged our fucking house. And I'm like, oh, I wonder who that
Damn,
was.
that's crazy.
And then she immediately pieced together that I, in fact, was the one who egged the house. So she made me wash it. And then,
that's fair.
I wasn't allowed.
It's a reasonable punishment.
It was, not very reasonable. I wasn't allowed to hang out with that kid anymore. And then, like, I just got, like, a new BMX bike.
Okay.
And it was white and red. And for some reason, I thought those were pussy colors. So I'm like, I'm gonna go over to Marlon's house, and he'll spray paint it black because his parents don't actually love him. So yeah.
Did he have spray paint?
Yeah, he did. He did. Nah, this kid was a menace.
Okay.
So he spray painted like the front. I don't know what you would call it, but like it's the piece of metal that like that holds the bike and brings it up to the handles.
Yeah.
He spray painted that black, and I don't know why we stopped, but eventually my parents found out, and my dad was fucking livid. I don't understand. I legit to this day, I still don't understand what the big deal was about it.
Kinda. It's your bike, and it doesn't
was.
really. It's not like you ruined it.
No, it's still I rode that bike for years.
Yeah.
With its one black piece, and they just fucking hated that, and they went after that kid. Do you want to know the last thing I heard about Marlon?
What's that?
All right, so we were all hanging out again.
Yeah.
And we were at his dad's house. Am I allowed to say all this? I think so.
Yeah.
It's first names.
Uh-huh.
So we were at his dad's.
I mean, these aren't the people's real names.
No, they're not.
No.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So,
We've been censoring ourselves from the beginning.
Exactly. So we went over to his house, and I don't know what the fuck we were doing, but all of a sudden we just see a cop car turn a corner, and I just see Marlon run as fast as he fucking can.
Because they have to be after him.
No, hang on.
Okay.
And because, again, desperate for approval. Do you want to take a gander at what I did?
You ran.
I ran with
You
them.
ran. Okay.
I ran with them. And I was a little... I was not a good runner as a kid. And they caught me pretty quick. So they sat us all... Like, they did the criminal thing where we sat on the curb.
Oh, really?
Yeah. And then, eventually I found out... Like, the first thing he said... I'll give it to the kid. Class act.
Uh-huh.
He explained to the cop that had nothing to do with it. Because this happened... I'll tell you what happened.
Yeah.
So, Mr. M, the M man himself,
Sure.
he broke into a construction site and stole like $800 worth of power tools.
What the fuck? How old were you?
He was at least, I think he was 2 years above me.
Okay.
And I was probably in 4th or 5th grade. So he was probably in 6th or 7th.
Okay.
And
I was 9 in 4th grade.
So I was 10 in 4th grade.
Okay, got it.
So, and then like he went to juvie, and that was the last thing I heard about him.
Did you still live in that neighborhood though?
Yeah, I just never saw him. Never.
Interesting. Maybe his parents actually did start giving a shit about him now that this kid went to juvie. Like, damn, I guess we should watch what you do from now on.
Yeah, no, because it was pretty serious. Because I'm pretty sure that's grand larceny in Florida.
$800 worth of power tools? Yeah.
Yeah, but
that's insane.
And he ruined it for everybody because we all used to break into that construction site.
Oh,
and just,
okay.
Like, dick around.
Mm-hmm.
Like it took him years to build this house.
Mm-hmm.
So we all would just hang out there, and like even my parents would hop the fence
to
go watch the fireworks.
Right.
Because we lived in Miami Beach, and just across we were like right at the end of the intercoastal.
Yeah.
So we're just across from Miami proper, so we could see the fireworks from Miami.
Right.
So like every year we would just hop the fence as a family and go watch the fireworks.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
Did they enforce the no trespassing a little bit stricter since Mr. M?
Yeah, no, they were fucking serious about that.
$800 worth of power tools. I understand why.
Oh no, absolutely. Hang on,
It's pretty valid.
No, absolutely. Hang on, I'm gonna Google what the what grand larceny is in Florida.
Okay.
But yeah, and like even when I was breaking into the construction site, it was so like accepted that like my dad wasn't mad that I was doing it.
Yeah.
He was mad I was doing it without wearing a hard hat. I swear to fucking
Where the fuck were you gonna get a hard hat?
He gave me a hard hat.
He gave you one?
Yeah, we do doors, and he goes to job sites all the time, so he always had like 2 or 3 hard hats in his trunk.
You couldn't be like the only one out of 4 kids wearing a hard hat.
No, that shit would have been so embarrassing.
Absolutely.
So I just had a hard hat in my room, and whenever really weird question.
Yeah.
Really weird question. Did you have like a weird phase where you just loved digging as a kid?
Of course.
Right?
I would do it with my cousins every summer. I would go up to Massachusetts. We would get a really big Airbnb. I don't think Airbnb existed at the time, but like the equivalent of that. It was somebody else's house, and like 3 families would stay in it. It was me.
Like family, friends?
No, like my dad's brothers and their kids. So yeah, we would be in Cape Cod, Massachusetts, and my cousins were all about digging holes in the sand. So they had a bunch of shovels already, and then I was feeling kind of left out along with my sister because they all lived in Massachusetts. We lived in Florida. They had like pre-established relationships. Is it $800?
It was at $750. He was $50.
Damn! Like, if you had left one power drill,
dude. Yeah, that's like an actual crime he committed.
Yeah. Holy shit! Do you know how long he was in juvie?
No idea. Because by the time I really got back into the neighborhood,
yeah,
well, a lot of kids moved out around the same time I went to boarding school.
Mm-hmm.
Like, just a lot of the families moved.
Mm-hmm.
So it just sort of became a ghost town for the kids.
I see. But yeah, no, me and my cousins would dig wicked fucking holes in the sand, and we would try to put a blanket over it, and we would dig like 3 feet deep and see if we could get somebody to walk over it. And then the lifeguard came up and he was like, guys, you can't do that. Somebody's gonna break their legs. And then we did it anyway, but nobody fell for it.
I had a really
unfortunately
weird phase where I would break into this was back when I was coming back home from boarding school and all my friends moved away. I'd break into construction sites and just dig holes in the fucking dirt.
Would you grab a shovel from the site?
No, I had a shovel.
You would bring it.
I see.
Oh, you came prepared.
I did.
Yeah.
And then I would
just alone?
Yeah, just alone by myself.
Do you like put on music or anything?
Yeah, I'll tell you what I did. I listened to the Rooster Teeth podcast, and I would do that legitimately for fucking hours, just digging holes and filling them back up.
If it was fun, power to you.
Oh,
I'd probably have a lot of fun with that.
I loved
to
it
be
so
honest.
Much. Like, it was right in the middle of like my teenage angst.
I see.
I was like 13 or 14 when I was
dig some holes.
Like, nobody
against the
gets
man.
Me. Nobody fucking gets me. Everybody's a racist. I'm the only one who knows what's going on.
Of course. And
like back then, I thought communism was a good idea.
Yeah. Only in theory, Dan. Remember
Only
that.
in theory. There are no communist countries. So anyway, video games. Let's actually.
Video games.
Okay.
Yeah. I had like a similar story with like just passing on video games to like an older kid.
Yeah.
I had this like little handheld thing from like McDonald's.
Like
it was
Tamagotchi?
Yeah, kinda.
Okay.
It was a Crash Bandicoot little handheld thing, and I had no idea who Crash Bandicoot was, but my sister was in school at the time. I wasn't.
Knew what Crash Bandicoot
She didn't, but
okay.
she knew a guy named Cole in her same grade, and Cole had all the knowledge of that shit.
Cole knew Crash Bandicoot.
Cole was in. So, there was like a bring your parents to school day. I wasn't in school at the time, but I brought it with me. No, I think I was in kindergarten, and that's how I got the little handheld thing.
Because you were still getting kids meals.
No, it was in the prize box of the kindergarten, and I picked that out.
That's sick. You had a prize box?
Yeah.
What?
Did you not have a prize box in like
No.
kindergarten and elementary school?
No.
Oh. We had a couple different ones. If you got like high on a test, or you
had tests? What were they
Yes.
testing you on?
I don't really remember. I think when it was that early, it was just good behavior. And we had to bring in box tops. Did you ever have to bring in box tops?
I saw the commercials for it as a kid.
Okay.
I didn't get the concept.
I still don't understand what they
I
are.
don't know if it's the whole top or if it's just the little thing that says box top.
Just the little tab itself. We would cut those out of our cereal boxes.
Did you go to public
bring
school?
in? Yes.
That's insanity.
What do you mean?
That public school, like, because isn't that a private corporation thing?
I have no idea. I didn't know what they were gaining from it or what, but if we brought in like 10 box tops, by the end of the week, we would get to pick a toy from the prize box. It was.
That's insane.
It took a while to accumulate that many.
Like, I have a question.
Yeah.
Because we had a sort of similar thing in 3rd grade. Would you ever hoard box tops and then cash them all in at once?
Absolutely.
Okay.
That was the way to do it. And I had my own stash because Kat's class, my sister, offered the same thing. So I would get one, and then we would alternate when we would just get cereal boxes. We did the same thing with prizes in the cereal boxes. But sometimes...
This is just turning into stories about being a kid.
It is.
We shouldn't have... Okay, we're going to have to change the cover art.
Childhood stories is what we're doing instead.
Okay.
Sometimes, and Kat still doesn't know this, I would sneak some of hers and put them in my pile.
That's fucking devious.
It was. I was.
That's your own family too.
I know. I was so mean to Kat. I was so mean to Kat as a kid.
I
fucking one time.
Knowing.
Yeah.
I fucked that kid over by accident.
No, this was all intentional.
Was
No. I was diabolical. I had a plan one time. Me and Kat shared a room. This was at our very first house when, before the 2008 housing crisis.
Yes. Did we talk about that on the podcast?
I don't remember, but literally my family was affected by the 2008 housing crisis, and we lost our house. It got foreclosed by the bank. So before we moved, me and Kat shared a room, and it was a bunk bed. Kat got the top bunk. She was older. I was pissed about that. From day one, I was pissed about that.
Bro, I used to sleep in top bunks. Fucking hated that shit.
Why?
I'd murder a man for a bottom bunk.
Why? I thought it was the coolest shit.
Yeah, as a kid,
you get to survey your surroundings.
But
yeah.
now, like when I was in rehab, I was 18, climbing into a goddamn top bunk.
Okay, no, that's a little.
You know how fucking pissed I was?
That's a little emasculating, isn't it?
Dude, getting down. You can't do it.
Hobbling off of your fucking ladder.
Because you're doing this like you just woke up. There's no fucking jumping off the side.
No.
No, this is, you just got like 4 hours of sleep because two assholes were blasting music in the bathroom. Like they also didn't have school to fucking go to. And it's like 40 degrees in Arizona for some fucking reason.
Holy shit.
Yeah, Arizona, I've learned a lot that Arizona has a fucking winter, dude. It snows there.
That's wild. Because it gets to be like upwards of 110 degrees as well.
Dude, it's a completely like different climate.
Yeah.
It's insanity.
Huh.
Anyway,
yeah. She had the top bunk. One time, what a bitch. Fuck that lady. One time we were both like playing with toys on top of the top bunk, and a bright idea went off in Lil Mikey's head. I was going to throw myself from the top bunk and say it was Kat that pushed me. And I don't know if I did it to like try and sway my way to getting the top bunk. But I don't know if that was the motivation behind it. It might have been. But here's where I went wrong. I explained my entire plan to Kathleen before I did it.
Why?
I don't know.
Oh my god, you idiot.
And then I did. I rolled off of the top bunk. Could have broken my neck. I could not be sitting here today.
Wait, did it not have the fucking rails all around?
It did. I hopped it.
Okay,
yeah.
Of
course. So I jumped off, and I just look up, and I'm crying because I fell, and I'm looking at
shit pretty bad. Yeah.
I think I like hurt my ankle really bad and my back. And Kat's just up there staring at me like, no way, he fucking just did that.
Well, she's
and
terrified.
then
She thought her brother just died.
So then I run downstairs crying.
Naturally.
And I go to my mom. I'm like, mommy, Kathleen. I don't know if I could say her full name at the time, because for a while I couldn't pronounce Kathleen. And I would just call her Ian. So I don't remember if I had matured enough to say Kathleen, but I just went, mommy, Kathleen pushed me off the top bunk, and then Kathleen walks down the stairs, cool as a cucumber, and she's like, so here's what happened. He told me that he's gonna jump off, and then he's gonna blame me for it and tell you that it's my fault. And my mom was like, Michael, is that true?
Did you crack?
I think I just started crying harder. And my mom was like, alright. And then I got hit for that. I got my ass kicked for that.
Yeah, no, I believe it.
Yeah. After my ankle was already fucking fucked up, and so was my back. I got an extra beating on top of that. Long story short, I didn't get the top bunk.
Man, I wonder why.
I don't know, dude. My plan was foolproof.
Another comment about
Yeah.
the kid who I just straight up stole that Mario game from.
Yeah.
Well, one thing, I'm not sure if we're allowed to say this or not,
Okay.
but he's related. I think I can say this. He
Sure.
is related to fucking one of the founders of IBM.
That's him?
Yeah.
Oh, shit.
Yeah. He also had a top bunk. And he just didn't, he had a brother.
Yeah.
His brother was 14 years older than him.
Why did he have bunk beds then?
I don't fucking know.
Because if he
he
was...
was one of those assholes who, his stuffed animals had. I knew 3 kids who didn't have siblings who had fucking bunk beds.
There are sad implications behind that, though. What
I
if,
don't think it's that.
No?
No.
Okay.
I know 2 of them. It sure as shit wasn't that.
Okay. There wasn't,
No,
2 kids planned and there was a miscarriage or anything.
2 of them were gay. 2 of them had, same-sex parents.
I don't fucking know then. Why did they have a
No,
bunk
because
bed?
they were rich. They were filthy fucking rich.
Both beds were there, too.
Both beds. It wasn't... What the fuck?
Well, I've
It
seen
wasn't
beds
a
where it's...
lofted bed.
Okay, that's what I was gonna say.
No, it was a fucking bunk bed.
That's
2
just
of
a
them.
waste of money, isn't it?
Well, yeah, but they could throw the money. They
Okay,
could throw the fucking
fair
money.
enough.
These were rich people.
Yeah.
Anyway, so in 3rd grade, about the box top thing.
Yeah.
So when I was younger, I had pretty bad ADHD.
Yes.
I could not read for shit. Reading was super hard for me. So my mom, props to my mom, love my mom for this.
Mm-hmm.
She read to me every night, and that really helped me learn my reading.
Yeah.
And we had this system in 3rd grade where if you read a book and you took a little test on this website about the book and you got a 70 or above, you would get points. And 5 points was a homework pass. You just wouldn't have to do the homework that day.
Interesting.
So I realized, hey, my mom read to me the entire Harry Potter series, the entire Percy Jackson series.
She did.
All this shit.
That took a lot of time, didn't it?
She was doing this because I got held back in 1st grade, so this was 4 years.
Oh wow.
Of reading to me.
Every night?
Every night.
How much would she read? A couple chapters?
A chapter a night.
Oh, okay.
Or something like that. She would just read
until you're asleep, or...
I would fall, and here's the thing, I love my mom for this.
Yeah.
She would read, I just fall asleep, and then she'd keep fucking reading, because she got into the book.
I love that. That's amazing.
No, that's amazing. I fucking love that for her. And so,
it's nice to know that she was enjoying it a lot, too. Yeah,
she was, and I'm so thankful for that.
Uh-huh.
And so, I was a shit-eating kid I was always trying to cut corners. I'm my mom read to me all these books.
Still 1st grade reading Harry Potter?
Yeah,
Yeah.
I got a grasp of all these books.
Yeah.
It wasn't, it wasn't each book was a point. Each book was a certain amount of points.
Oh.
And, the higher Harry Potter books were, 76 points each.
Huh.
And, the Red Pyramid, the Egyptian shoot-off of the Percy Jackson series,
right,
was worth
never heard of that.
106 points.
Is that the highest?
I think so. That was the one I remember just being just insanity.
Mm-hmm.
So I took all these tests for an entire day. I was just sitting at the computer cranking these out, fucking boom, boom, boom.
Yeah.
And it got to the point where I had 785 points.
Holy shit.
And my teacher was like, "Hey Dan, what the fuck's going on here?" And I was in 3rd grade, so it wasn't I could cheat on these.
Yeah.
But she was super confused because I couldn't read, or I could read at this point. I could read pretty well.
But Harry Potter.
Harry, I could not read Deathly Hallows.
Yeah.
That was the kind of thing. So then I just had homework passes for months.
Mm-hmm.
And that's how I cheated the system.
A first grader will not understand what the word Horcrux is, or read it, or pronounce it.
I had no fucking idea. Like, it was weird. Apparently, according to my mom, I didn't learn how to read at first.
Okay.
I would just memorize the book. Like
the sounds of the words?
No, like me and my mom, like, to help me read, like, we would read those, like, learning to read books, like, you know, like, 3rd grade level, whatever the shit those are. And according to my mom, I would just memorize it. My mom would, like, read some of it to me, and I'd get it down to memory. And then she'd go on to the next page, and, like, she'd be screaming at me the entire time, because, like, I would keep forgetting what the word "the" sounds like. So it just got to the point where I just memorized all the words she was saying to me. And I could read
you could recite it.
An entire book, but I was just fucking, like, I could do it with my eyes closed, apparently.
So, like, would you associate, like, which word as the order of your, like, remembering?
No.
Oh, okay, you could just recite it from memory.
No, it was just, yeah.
Word for word or just basic?
Word
like,
for word.
Holy shit, Dan. ADHD is an insane thing.
Here's the thing. My mom was, we were both tired at this point. I cried all the tears I could.
Oh, Dan.
And no, nothing against, it wasn't like a bad experience.
Right, yeah,
it was just, like, you know when your dad tries to teach you math?
It was always my mom.
Yeah, you know when your mom tried to teach you math and all
she's like, this isn't how I was taught.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And you're fucking
they changed math. Why did they change math?
And you're crying at the kitchen counter. It was one of those
That shit's happened to me so many times. Oh my god.
I remember I remember always asking my mom for homework because I feel like my dad, it would turn into like a fucking story.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
It was the same shit with my mom. She would try and, like, teach me the way that she was taught, but use completely different... Because she grew up in Trinidad as well. So, they had different words for things.
Do they have a form of patois in Trinidad?
No.
Or
it
or whatever you would
was only English, but they were ruled by England, so they had a lot of, like, British dialect.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, so, like, my mom says tree instead of three. She says, I used to have, like, a bunch of examples of this. She's gotten better about this over time.
Yeah, she's just assimilated.
Exactly. If she talks to anybody from Trinidad, her brother and sister, absolutely. The whole rest of the day, she's saying the same thing. I mean, she wouldn't, like, call an apartment a flat or, like, an elevator a lift or anything like that.
It'd be the smaller things.
Yeah. Mostly, really like, accent type ones. Of just pronouncing things a little bit weird. But
real quick,
I couldn't fucking understand.
Real quick. Did you know your trick for your nines from multiplication?
No, I had no idea for a long, long time.
I figured this out.
Yeah. In
the fucking car ride, because I would do homework in the car. Mm-hmm. On my way back home because I love playing video games.
Right.
God damn it.
Full circle, baby.
Full circle, exactly. And this, like, I was just staring at it, and like I had some of them written down.
Yeah.
And I realized, like, I was doing it in my head where I was just fucking, okay, so if it's 18, 19, 20, and then I realized that both digits are going to add up to 9.
Yes.
And the first digit is going to be one less than whatever you're multiplying.
Exactly. Yeah.
And that blew my fucking mind, dude. In 3rd grade, I thought I was the first one who figured that out.
I'm gonna get a fucking Nobel Peace Prize.
I really thought, like, oh my god, I just cracked I broke it.
The world needs to know.
And then, like, I came home, I'm like, Mom, Dad, did you know? And then they're like, yeah, what?
That's the 9 trick.
That's how you do your 9s.
Uh-huh. And were you pretty disappointed?
No, I felt smart as shit. Because my teacher was god-awful in 3rd grade.
Okay, yeah.
I have nothing nice to say about that woman. I got sent to the principal's office, and, like, they made a big deal about this. Uh-huh. She was always, what's the word I'm looking for? A massive bitch.
Sure.
and my smart aleck little ADHD rattled 3rd grade brain was like, God damn, this fucking woman. So we were lining up to go to the art room once, and like she just had I don't even know how to describe it. Like as an adult, I would say a bitch fit. But as a kid, I just remember saying...
She's really mean.
No, it wasn't even like that. It was just like, God damn, woman, what the fuck? It just wasn't proportional for the situation. You know what I mean? Why do I have mustard packets in my pocket?
Yeah, especially because you said that you put too much mustard on that sandwich.
Oh, it's from the hot dog.
Oh, okay. I see.
So.
Bless you.
Thank you. Pardon.
Yeah.
So we were lining up to go to the art room, and I just said, somebody took a grumpy pill today.
No, no, you didn't.
I did, and apparently
Is that the original dumb bitch juice?
something like that. And apparently that shit did not fly. I immediately got sent to the principal's office.
Oh my
They
god.
were talking about cutting me from fucking like after school activities.
Are you serious?
Yeah, there was a thing called Zoo Club.
Uh-huh.
Because this was a fancy private school.
Yeah.
And one of the kids' parents like worked at like an animal sanctuary, and she would bring animals in for like after school activities. And
This is the origin
this
of
is my like fucking
of
thing
Animal
about
Dan?
animals.
Yeah.
And like we would learn about animals.
Uh-huh.
And they're talking about cutting me from that shit because
Oh
I
my
said
God.
somebody took a grumpy pill in 3rd grade.
Dude.
And and like they gave me a thing. I had to get my parents to sign it. I still don't understand what the big fucking deal about this is.
No.
My mom fucking, oh my god, my mom didn't beat me. She would pull my hair.
Oh.
Dude, oh my god. She almost ripped my fucking scalp off.
That was the big punishment for you?
Hair pulling? Yeah.
My mom would always go, I'm gonna ring your ears. And that meant...
Like box your ears?
No. That meant she's gonna grab me, like, by the top of my ear and just
Okay.
fucking yank.
Oh. No.
Or, like, twist a little bit. That, or I would just get, like, a sandal throw at me, or, like, hit with it.
I'll take dude, I'd rather take a sandal than like hair pulling, because hair pulling
Yeah.
is so emasculating.
It is.
Like,
It
that's
is.
like
No, that's embarrassing to have happen to you.
Like, I'd rather her pull my ear, because like that's the thing. My mom went above him because I had long hair back then.
Oh, okay.
I had very long, like I have very long, I'm not long, but I have very thick hair.
Right.
And she would just, dude, get a fucking handful, dude, and just rip it.
Oh my
Not like
God.
out, but I was moving, man.
Beth, my God.
I love her to death.
Yeah, no.
No, she
I
was
mean,
a great mom.
absolutely.
No, there's no question about it.
I'm not upset that I got hit, but my mom definitely could have been a little nicer about it.
I get it.
But my mom just also has anger issues. So,
Was your mom a screamer? Also.
oh my God.
It was
The neighbors complain, dude.
Dude, it never got that bad. But did you ever watch Malcolm in the Middle?
No, I've seen clips though.
I always thought of my mom as Lois. Like, I always
Really?
saw my mom as Lois. Because Lois is a fucking screamer. She never really hit her kids.
Uh-huh.
But she would
But she could yell.
She would
Oh,
yell.
she could yell.
My mom had a set of fucking pipes on her. And here's the weird thing. It didn't, like, turn me off of conflict.
Yeah.
I'm now a screamer.
I see.
It just rubbed into me. Because I remember it being pretty fucking effective for me.
Yeah. It got the job done.
Oh, absolutely.
I can see how you would incorporate that.
Oh, no, it's the move.
Yeah. I don't know. It was kind of the opposite for me. I would see how my mom got angry, and I was like, I never want to do that. She seems so, like, peaked in stress that it's like, that's not healthy for her. I was able to, like, realize that from a pretty young age.
I think your mom was just, like, actually had anger issues.
She
My
does.
mom,
She absolutely does.
Like, I was never like, oh my god, is she
Yeah.
okay? It was
Oh,
just like, oh, mom's fucking it. Like, when I was on the roof one time, and oh my god, I was like, mom is fucking angry. Perfectly level-headed woman, but
Yeah.
my god, she's fucking pissed.
But them threatening to take, like, after-school activities away from me, that's insane.
And no,
Because I got away with so much worse.
I was, again, third grader. A third grader saying to his third grade teacher,
Uh-huh.
somebody took a grumpy pill.
My God.
Insanity.
I was in 2nd grade, and I put up the middle finger. And
I asked a fucked up question in 2nd grade.
What did you ask?
We were reading like this Chinese version of Cinderella, and I leaned over to my friend, and I don't know why I knew what Hitler was at this point. I had no context for Hitler.
Okay.
I leaned over and somebody had the idea to ask, do you think Cinderella knew Adolf Hitler? So I raised my hand. She stops reading the book and says, yes, Dan, what is it? And I asked, do you think Cinderella knew Adolf Hitler?
Mm-hmm.
And that got no reaction.
None?
That was just more like, hey, don't ever say that again. But Grumpy Pill...
That was too far.
Oh my god,
oh my
dude.
God.
Scorched Earth.
Well, that was more a hit at her.
It was absolutely a hit at her.
But no, asking if Cinderella knew Hitler unprompted, that's much worse.
In 2nd grade?
Yeah.
Yeah, no, that's horrible.
It is. No, I put up the middle finger, and a kid immediately snitched on me.
Dude.
That, Miss, Michael put up the middle finger, and she was just like, he probably doesn't know what it means, and we went about our day.
Dude, those were the worst fucking kids.
Absolutely.
I said, I think fucking word searches are stupid. And he's like...
How dare you? Fuck you.
Some kid leans over, he's like, I'm gonna tell the teacher.
What a bastard. I
And-
hope he's in jail.
And... No, it was so fucked up. Hand shoots up. He's like, Mr. D, Mr. D.
What a bitch.
Dan said he thinks word searches are fucking stupid. And nothing happened. Nothing. It's like, okay, cool. He doesn't
You
like
gotta
word
do it
searches.
anyway.
Alright, fair enough. I don't like word searches either. You're in 4th grade. That's why you're doing them. We already went over how a calculator works.
Yeah.
So, that's all I'm responsible for. He was a really cool teacher, that guy, though.
Huh.
He had a very strong philosophy of, like, listen, you use technology. Like, we use computers all the time.
Oh.
And, like, we had math tests.
Yeah.
But he was all about use a calculator. Learn how to
Really?
use a calculator.
Oh no, I didn't start using a calculator until 6th grade. When I started doing algebra, that's when they let me use a calculator.
Really?
Yeah, I was not allowed to touch one before that.
That's
never,
insanity.
never. If anybody was caught with a calculator from like 3rd to 5th grade, it was like, no, you get a 0 for the test and detention.
Oh my god.
Yeah, no, they were very strict about technology.
When did you stop taking spelling tests?
6th grade. I was taking spelling tests in 5th grade.
I was thinking, no, you're gonna find this fucking insane.
What?
I took spelling tests in 7th grade.
Are you serious?
And you know how bad I am at spelling.
You're really
I
bad at
almost
spelling.
failed English. Because I was so bad at spelling.
What kind of words, though?
Like, we were reading, like, stuff like To Kill a Mockingbird, Lord of the Flies, so, like, like vocabulary from that.
Okay.
And it got to the point where I was telling my mom, I was at boarding school at this point, so I was on a phone call, like, yeah, I mean, spelling tests are kicking the shit out of me in English, and she's like, wait, what? I'm like, yeah, spelling tests, I'm not doing good. You're taking spelling tests still? Yeah, what? I thought it was completely normal.
No, I thought 5th grade was high to stop doing that.
In hindsight, no, I'm pretty sure it is.
It is.
And then she was like, why the fuck are you still taking spelling tests? And I'm like, I don't know. And she's like, what's your teacher's name? She then wrote a letter to the teacher like, hey, my son doesn't know how to fucking spell. He's got, and like, in a very like, hey, he's just really bad at this. He's good at other parts, like reading comprehension. He's a motherfucker. Yeah. But cannot spell to save his life. And then she's like, end of class, she's like, hey, Dan, come over here. It's like, okay, so I just got a letter from, I also had like, I wasn't really great at writing yet. Mm-hmm. So I had like this extra, like, not ESL, but like a supportive like English class where it's like almost like a study hall where I just had like a teacher with me and it's like, all right, what do you want to do? And like I feel like I didn't need it, so I turned that into a class where I was just writing all the time. I was fucking essays, and then they caught me watching Always Sunny on my laptop just in the class.
When?
7th grade.
You were watching Always Sunny in 7th grade? That's hilarious. That makes a lot of sense.
Yeah, no, it does, right?
Yeah.
So, and then, so I got a letter, so she got, like, a letter combined from them and my mom, like, just like, hey, don't have Dan do the spelling test. Or just
wow, okay.
Because, like, I was gonna actually fail that class because of the spelling test. But my reading comprehension was great. I knew what was going on.
Any other thing.
Everything else
you
I was
excelled.
doing solid at.
Okay, great.
It was just I couldn't spell it. She also saw my essays or like the papers we write. He can't fucking spell. This kid doesn't. He's just not wired for that. And eventually, she was like sitting with me. And she's like, "Listen, I've learned throughout teaching, don't judge a fish on its tree climbing ability."
I love that you had teachers with that mentality. That's amazing.
Yeah, like listen, she understood. Like, yeah, you need to be able to like know how to read a book, like themes and shit.
Of course.
And like know how to format an essay.
Yeah.
But if you have trouble spelling, that's not a big deal. We're gonna change the weight of that. Great teacher. I ran into her.
That's very, very good of a teacher.
Playing football in high
really?
school. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Do you remember you?
Yeah, I think so. Or I just yeah.
Huh. Very cool. I had back I think also 3rd grade. I got to skip. Oh, really quick. Did you have, or how early did you have different teachers per subject?
Okay, so we had a weird thing.
Yeah.
In 5th grade,
Mm-hmm.
there were 3 classes for 5th grade, or like 3 teachers.
Mm-hmm.
And 2 of them, you would spend half the day in one classroom, half in another classroom. They were like joined in the middle, and you would just walk through like a little hallway.
Right.
And you would just sit there. So if you would count that 5th grade, but if not 6th grade.
Before that, it was like one teacher covers all the basics.
Other than like PE and that.
Right. Yeah. Besides electives.
Yeah.
Yeah. It was the same for me until 4th grade.
4th grade.
4th grade, I had my own English teacher. I had my own science teacher, math, etc.
That's too much for a 4th grader.
I liked it. I fucking
were they
loved my
near
English
each other,
teacher.
or were you going across the entire school?
No, I was going across the whole school.
I just feel like that's a lot for a kid. Cause you're like what, 10 years old, 9 years old?
3rd grade, I was 8.
Oh yeah, I got held back.
Right. No, wait.
No, 3rd grade. No, wait. I feel like 4th, you're supposed to be 10.
I was definitely 9 in 4th grade.
You were also young for your age.
I was, yeah.
No, I was old for my age.
Because of my birthday, I like just made the cut.
Exactly.
To make it in.
For me, and then I got held back.
Ah, I see.
Yeah, I was extremely young for my grade.
Mm-hmm.
You know my birthday.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, 1st and 2nd grade, I had one teacher for everything. Besides, like, I had my own art teacher. I had a PE coach.
Was your art teacher insanely weird?
Yes. He was a maniac.
I got bit.
What?
Right in the back, like right in the. What is this? Not your trap.
Yeah.
Got bit right in the trap.
By your art teacher?
No, by a kid.
Oh, okay.
And I walk over to the art teacher like, hey, fucking Dave just bit me or whatever. He's like, go finish your work. And I'm like, even like I was in like 3rd grade. I'm like 3rd or 2nd grade, and even then I was like,
you're not gonna do anything about this?
What? And then she was like, go finish your work. And then I told my teacher, like, when class ended, like, hey, can I go to the nurse? Dave bit me. And she's like, you haven't gone, when did this happen? And I'm like, start a class? And she's like, you haven't gone to the fucking nurse yet? Why not? And I said, I told her, and she said, get back to my work.
What the fuck?
And then she got an earful. I will give that to I'll give it to the teacher. She did stand up for me in that situation.
That's good. That's insane of your art teacher.
No, she was a fucking insane woman.
How hard did he bite you?
I think I was bleeding.
Holy shit!
I'm pretty sure I was bleeding.
Oh my god.
Yeah, like he broke skin.
What the fuck?
Yeah, nah, he was a weird kid.
In what grade?
I think 3rd.
He still had baby teeth at that point.
Motherfucker, dude.
Oh my god. Man, that chompers.
Dude,
what the hell?
I have another great story about 3rd grade and teeth.
Yeah.
So I don't know what we were playing. We were playing some stupid fucking game. And my crush at the time, or like the girl I liked, I didn't really know what feelings were.
No, I had a crush in every grade.
Exactly.
I was like, this one, I like her.
No, she was just like the prettiest. Or whatever.
Yeah, pretty much.
I was so fucking vain.
I have a story for that after.
I was holding the fucking lunch tray like this.
Okay.
I don't remember what the context was. I was crouching. I had the tray.
As if you were shielding yourself, because this is not audio. Or this is only audio.
Yeah, like covering my face.
Mm-hmm.
And then, I remember this. I looked up, she kicked it, and and just gushing blood out of my fucking mouth. I don't know the context. I just remember it was her, me, and my other friend. We're gonna call him, oh, fuck.
Jerry.
No, what's the stereotypical Italian name?
Anthony. Tony.
Tony. And Tony was over there.
Okay.
Kicked me in the mouth, or kicked the tray, the fucking, like, the edge part, you know, where, like, you would hold
yeah,
it
like
so
the trim. Yeah.
Straight into my fucking mouth.
Oh my
Blood gushing.
God.
Tony going, oh my God, dude, are you okay?
Wait, the girl who kicked you, was she your friend, or did she just see a kid squatting in the corner with us?
It was in the context of the game.
Okay.
At some point, it made sense for her to absolutely fucking rip me in the mouth.
What happened? I assume you went to the nurse.
Oh, I went to the nurse so many goddamn times.
I did too.
For just insane
Most times
shit.
I was faking though.
I never faked it.
Oh, I would fake stomach aches all the goddamn time.
Why?
I never wanted to be in school.
You were the worst part. You were the fucking worst. They stopped giving out saltine. I didn't know what I had to fucking do to get a goddamn ginger ale and saltine cracker.
They gave you ginger ale and saltine crackers. If I had a stomach ache, or if I said felt like I was gonna throw up, they're like, all right, bye. I'm gonna call your mom to come pick you up. They provided nothing.
Private school.
Fair enough. There was one time that they gave me an ibuprofen because I had a headache, I think. And they were like...
never got pills.
They had to call my mom first to see if I was allowed to take ibuprofen.
Yeah,
and then they mixed it in...
medical records.
No. So they didn't know if I had an allergy towards the medicine.
And yeah, they can't trust the fucking third grader.
Yeah, I'm not gonna know. As far as I know, I'm not allergic to anything.
I'm allergic to hay. I found that out the hard way.
Really?
Yeah, I was working with hay, and then I just all of a sudden I noticed, like, oh my God, my arms are really itchy.
Oh.
And then I was covered in hives, and I went to the person who was in charge, and like, oh, you are allergic to hay, so you can't do that very much, or wear long sleeves whenever you work with the hay.
I still don't know if I'm allergic to cats. I might be. Because I went to the past...
Well, you can't be that allergic.
Yeah, no. Not like severe or anything, but the past couple times I went to my aunt's house. She has 2 cats. I would start to feel like my throat close up a little bit.
Oh, that's pretty bad.
Yeah. But I don't know for sure. It was never like severe, like I couldn't breathe, but I would notice a difference.
But if your throat's closing up, that's not nothing.
No. So I feel like there is something there, but it's not severe enough to where I need to really do something about it. I just stay away from the cats a little bit, or just not sit on the couch. But yeah, she had to call my mom to see if I could take ibuprofen, and then I had taken pills already, but she was like, no, I'm gonna mix it in a yogurt for you. I'm like, you can just hand it to me and I'll take it with some water. And she was like, no, I'm putting it in yogurt. And I hated the yogurt at the time.
Dude, yogurt's fucking great.
Yogurt's amazing.
On a cut, dude, oh my God, yogurt's great.
It is. For some reason, I hated it. I couldn't stand yogurt.
It's like the consistency?
Maybe.
I fucking love the consistency.
I think it was just that my mom told me it was a healthy food, and I was like, no. No. It's not hot dog bread and ketchup? Are you kidding me? No, I'm not putting that in my body.
Dude, I ate for almost exclusively as late as I remember, to being in 6th grade, pasta and hot dogs for dinner.
Yeah.
Oh my God, what I would do to be able to eat that confidently again.
I lived off of peanut butter for a great portion of my life.
I fucking hate peanut butter.
Why? What about it?
The flavor. Like, I got
the flavor, just outright.
Yeah, I just don't like the flavor. Like, recently I was feeling a little healthy, so I ordered a smoothie from Jamba Juice.
Oh, peanut butter in smoothies sucks.
That's
don't like it.
Way worse. I got like a peanut butter and banana smoothie.
That's
and,
insane.
A daily vitamin boost or whatever.
Uh-huh.
And it wasn't like horrible. Like, I drank all of it, and like I didn't hate it. but just like that fucking taste of peanut butter. It was just like
it's so overpowering in a smoothie.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And it was just it kind of. I mean, I drank it all.
Mm-hmm.
Real quick thing, Jamba Juice has insane breakfast sandwiches.
I don't know if Jamba Juice sold sandwiches. I've been in a Jamba Juice.
It's just a breakfast sandwich, and I don't know if it's all of them or if it's just this one Jamba Juice I ordered from. So fucking good. I don't know what they do to it.
Only been in a Jamba Juice maybe once.
Oh, I ordered this on Uber Eats. DoorDash.
Okay. Huh. But I got a protein shake from this like health food store that's next to my gym pretty recently, and I was like, what's gonna have a lot of protein but a creamy consistency? And they're like, I got you. It only tasted like peanut butter.
Oh.
It was really bad. I hated it. You can ask Anna. I was struggling to choke that down.
Dude, you gotta get the like extra strength muscle milk.
I have been. I have 2 in my fridge right now. They're amazing.
Are great.
Mm-hmm. No, I would live off of those when I was going to the gym really consistently, because I would go early in the morning, and I still have a little bit of a weird thing. Like, I can't eat until I've been awake for like a few hours. Otherwise, I have no appetite. If I try to eat, I'll throw up.
That's weird.
Yeah, so I would go to the gym and then just chug a muscle milk, and like that was my breakfast.
That was what I was doing before I started working. I would go to the gym every day in the morning, and I would drink a muscle milk after the gym and eat a protein bar. And I was getting like 60 grams of protein right after.
Wow. Huh.
And I feel kind of stupid for doing that on a cut.
Maybe.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But it was great for gain. I gained like 20 pounds of muscle doing
Holy
that,
shit.
like for 2 months.
Not 60 pounds right after, or 60 grams right after the gym.
Right after,
really,
like,
really
pump.
good. Yeah.
And like I did, and I always made sure to do it like with, because I don't know. Somebody told me that like Sebastian told me that you gotta do it within an hour after your workout.
That's not true.
Is it, like, what's the wiggle room?
There isn't. The whole thing is just a myth. At least this is what Alex told me. Alex told me that it more depends on what you ate the last day to have that energy to carry on to the next. I think that's what matters
muscle
most.
Mass?
Yes.
Okay.
So like, obviously having protein after a workout, I don't know. Alex explained this a lot better than I am right
like
now.
His whole thing.
Yeah. No, he's researched this for years. But yeah, he said more it's like it carries over. It's not how quickly you do it after the gym, it's just a consistent diet in general.
I mean, listen, I'm bulked. I gained a lot of weight, and I'm losing it pretty good right now.
You are. You're looking really good, Dan.
I think so. At least because I was sure when I actually got this microphone, I was shirtless, and we, you know, that big ass mirror we have right across from the door.
Yes.
I was looking at myself opening the door. I'm looking good right now.
You are, dude. You should be very happy.
I am. This shirt also fits me a lot better now.
It does.
But anyway. Oh, I have another fucked up story about Tony again.
Tony, oh my god.
Getting hurt at recess.
Oh yeah, I meant to ask. Did you ever get when your tooth fell out in school, did you get those like little capsules that were like shaped like a tooth that you would carry it in, and they would put you a ribbon around your neck?
Oh yeah.
I wanted one of those so bad. I wanted one so bad.
I thought they were so fucking. They were stupid.
I thought they were the sickest shit.
Nah, I thought they were cool at first too, and then like I felt like I had one, and I felt like this shitty ribbon string they had around my neck, and like I'm gonna get fucking rash from this. Oh my god, it was horrible. Like it was like
because it was very, very thin.
It was thin, and it was made of plastic, so it was still cutting into your neck.
Yeah.
And I don't know, losing teeth was like a big thing. Like we had like collared shirts. We had like 3 colors. Like you had white, red, and blue.
Okay.
And like whenever like one of my teeth were loose, my mom would make me wear a red shirt.
Oh, just in case.
Just in case it fell out.
That's pretty smart on her.
No, it was super smart.
Absolutely.
But like I didn't get it, and then she had to explain it to me, and I'm like,
you don't want to walk around with a blood stain on you, like a visible blood stain.
No, she'd be pretty pissed if I came back.
Absolutely.
Oh, but anyway, so we were playing another stupid fucking game.
Yeah.
And I was we had a playground,
Mm-hmm.
But once you got to like first grade, you didn't play on the playground anymore.
Mm-mm.
They just had a fucking field, or not even a field, just like a big ass, like a courtyard, but like it had like not mesh. So have you ever touched AstroTurf?
I don't know what that is. No.
All right, so it's like it had like almost like a plastic thing, like it was kind of rubbery.
Mm-hmm.
So like if you fell, you wouldn't fucking die.
Oh.
But it was mostly black, so like in the Florida sun, it would get to like 100 degrees.
Yeah, we had a blacktop, but it was just asphalt.
Yeah, it was sort of like a blacktop, but if like you fell, it wouldn't destroy you.
I see.
So we also had stairs around this, like they were like, I don't know how to fucking there were stairs. You can picture it. I was standing at the top, like the middle flight of a stair, like on the top.
I can see where this is going.
And Tony, same Tony from Oh My God, Dude, Are You Okay? was standing at the bottom, and I don't know what happened. I don't know the content. I don't remember the game.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know what happened. I just remember me eating shit down the stairs and him holding his mouth like this, like a hand over his mouth, and he was like, "Oh." He hurt his mouth. My head hurt, and I was like, fuck. And so we were like, hey,
this is not where I thought this was going.
We busted ass real bad. Can we go to the nurse? So she's like, okay. And I had my hand on the top of my head, like right in the center of my head.
Yikes.
The entire time.
Uh-huh.
And he was going like, fuck, man. I don't know. I'm sorry, bro. Are you okay? I'm like, yeah, I'm fine. And then I take my hand off, and it's covered in blood.
Holy shit.
And I'm like, oh my God. And I started crying. I was weeping.
What happened?
So what I remember happening is, I don't know how I fell.
Yeah.
But his teeth scraped the top of my head and just took off like a layer of skin.
What the fuck?
Yeah. That's why my hairline's fucked.
Your hairline's fucked? I
Do you
don't
see
notice.
the divot?
I mean, a little bit. I guess it's a
where it's
little sharper on that side than the other one.
No, like
yeah.
there's a divot. Like it goes flat, indent.
I see.
Right, I think, is it here?
I think it's right there.
It's somewhere.
Okay.
And yeah, that's where that's from.
I thought what you were gonna say is you were on like the middle part of the stairs, and you were gonna hop from the stairs onto the blacktop because it was kind of rubbery, and you would have eaten shit that way.
No, no. There were railings.
Okay.
Yeah.
But holy shit.
Yeah, that was pretty bad.
I had a kid, just shove me on the blacktop, like to the floor, and I hit my head on it really bad because I was a Patriots fan.
We also got weird about the Super Bowl.
No, he was a Seahawks fan. This was during the time of the Super Bowl, and he was
Did the Patriots play the Seahawks?
Yes, and
I
they
thought
won.
It was the Steelers that played the Seahawks.
I was in 6th grade.
Oh, this was way young. I didn't really pay attention at that point.
Right. So, we had a uniform in 6th grade, but there was like, hey, you can wear a jersey instead of your uniform.
For
and I showed up in a Patriots jersey, and he was like, yo, you a Patriots fan? I was like, yeah. And he was like, not if. When the Seahawks win, you bring it to school, and I'm gonna burn it. The jersey.
How old were you?
I was in 6th grade.
This is intense for 6th grade.
The kid was insane. I don't remember his name or anything, but he was crazy. And then he was just like angry at me for like the coming week until the Super Bowl, which was Sunday. And that was like the Monday of that week.
Dude, he had it in. He knew.
He knew. So, no, it was after the Super Bowl. And I come in really fucking smug, and then he's just like, I don't want to fucking talk to you. I don't want to talk to you. Go away from me. And then just out of nowhere, a couple days later, we're like playing basketball, and a few kids are just running around, and he runs at me as fast as he can and just shoves me onto the fucking ground, and I hit my head so fucking bad. I think I was concussed. And not a damn thing happened to the kid. Not a damn thing. I went immediately to the teacher and was like, hey, he just shoved me and I hit my head really fucking bad. And she was like, okay, go to the nurse. But nothing happened to the kid.
I have a similar story like
My
that.
mom was pissed. She was like, nothing happened to him. I want to find this kid.
I wish my mom had that reaction. So I was, I think I told you this story before, but now it's audio version.
Now it's recorded.
So, alright, this was my first year at boarding school. This was maybe 2 or 3 months in.
Mm-hmm.
And we were walking back from the dining hall, which is, the cafeteria and all that. And, like, we walk out as a grade. Everybody eats dinner at the same time. And we go to our dorm rooms or the study hall to do homework.
Right.
So, I remember I was a little bit behind. And I remember seeing, we're going to make up a bunch of names for this. Let's say Joshua. Joshua was pushing my friend Nicole into a shrub with my friend, this is fucking, I just gotta say random names. Mark on the side.
Yeah.
And, like, they were just watching. And, I'm like, I'm gonna stand up. I'm gonna be a fucking hero. I'm gonna set the goddamn tone.
Yeah.
I push Joshua. Like, hey, dude, what the fuck you doing? Get off him. And I was like, hey, I turn. And I'm like, hey, Nicole, are you okay? And then I get punched right in the chest. and Joshua is a strong fucking kid, dude. Punches me right in the chest. I fall back. And I fall down a goddamn hill. And Joshua, he's not done. He chases after me.
Holy shit.
And he
was out for blood.
Oh, he was. And he starts stomping on my fucking neck.
You did tell me that.
Yeah, he just starts stomping on, like, fucking
just
shoulders
upper torso, up. Yeah.
And he destroyed my glasses. I was weeping. And this was going on for, like, 2 or 3 minutes. All my friends were just watching on, like, the crest of the hill, horrified. Until a teacher...
He's like, hey, what are you guys staring
finally walks over. He's like, hey, what are you guys looking at? Sees him doing this to me, runs down, pulls him off me, and starts screaming at him. And he's like, he pushes him away. He tells him to get back to his fucking dorm. All this shit. He's gonna talk to his dorm parent and all that. And dorm parent is just like the adult in charge of the kids in that dorm.
I see.
Like they're sort of like
the adult RA, kind of.
Kind of, but, like, it's almost like a advisor.
Okay.
It's, like, secondary to an advisor. Like, you have an advisor. Yeah. But a dorm parent's, like, a secondary advisor.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
Got it. Yeah, that makes sense.
He's like, I'm going to talk to your fucking dorm parent. I'm weeping. And he's like, hey, you okay, bud? My glasses are fucking destroyed. I'm bleeding out my mouth. I'm bleeding out my nose.
Oh, my God.
And I'm like, yeah, I'm fine. I was gonna try and walk this off, and he's like, do you want to go to the nurse? I'm like, no, I'm okay. And he's like,
And you decided to tough it out, Dan?
Yeah, I did, because I couldn't look like a bitch in my head. All my friends had already left, and he's like, can you get to your dorm okay? And I'm like, yeah, I'm fine. And he's like,
holy shit.
Okay, and he just left me alone.
Oh my God.
And then I get up. And I'm walking to my dorm.
Yeah.
And it's like maybe a 5-minute walk, like a usual pace. It takes me like 20 minutes, because you're
just stumbling over yourself, limping. Yeah.
And my dorm, and like all of a sudden, my dorm parent's sitting in the common room, and he's fucking pissed because I'm almost 30 minutes late to study hall. And I open the doors, like he starts like, where the fuck? Oh my God, what happened to you? He sits me down. He's like patching me up. He gets me some ice. He's like, "Yo, what the fuck happened to you, dude? Yeah. Are you okay?" And I'm like, Joshua. And he's like, "What did Joshua do?" And I was hysterical. I just pointed my fucking face. And he's
this is what Joshua did.
Okay, all right, go to your room. Just fucking don't worry about your homework. I'll write whatever note needs to be written. Yeah. Don't worry about it.
Oh my God.
And nothing happened to this kid.
Nothing?
Joshua beat the shit out of like 4 other kids. Equally as brutally as me. And one time I was walking with him. Or just like a bunch of us were walking. Yeah. And this is winter in Connecticut. You know, it snows and shit freezes. A kid slips honest to God, kid slips, accidentally jostles him in the shoulder. He's on top of him in seconds, just fucking raining fists on him.
Oh my God.
And like another fucking teacher has to pull him off him, and nothing ever happened to this kid.
This was at boarding school.
This was, yeah. And I'll tell you why. His mom was on the board.
That makes sense. Alright. But holy shit. What was he wailing on Nicole for in the first place?
I don't fucking know.
Alright.
I never got an answer for that.
Could have just been like, I can.
I think so.
Yeah.
Yeah, he was a huge kid.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
No, that's way worse.
Yeah, no, it was fun, dude. No, it was destroyed my dude, every single year my glasses broke at boarding school. And it's always the most random shit.
I had one pair of glasses break on me. That's it.
Oh, I had 6 or 7. I also had a fucking bracket ripped off my tooth.
Oh my God.
This one, I will admit, was by accident. This one
Okay.
was completely just
How
a
did that
complete
happen?
fuck up. We were fucking around in the dorm, and
Yeah.
like we were just fucking around, fucking horseplay and all that stuff. Boys will be boys, you know the vibe.
Of course.
And I fall, and my fucking bracket, I swear to God, gets, you know, how some shoes have like a vented almost thing on the front, like with the tongue.
Yeah.
Got caught on that, and the kid just walks, rips the bracket off my fucking tooth.
Fucking God. How painful was that?
That I didn't fucking feel. That
Uh-oh.
was instant. I found out because it was spinning on the wire. I closed my mouth, and all of a sudden, just, what the fuck is that? I go to the mirror, and it's just hanging there, and I'm freaking the fuck out because my parents are gonna be pissed at me that I fucked up my braces.
Oh God.
Because I was in Connecticut,
Mm-hmm.
and it was in the middle of the school year. I was not heading home anytime soon to go see an orthodontist.
Mm-hmm.
So I had to go to an orthodontist up here to get it fixed, up in Connecticut. I also found did you have braces?
No.
Okay.
I needed them, but I figured that out way too late.
Oh well,
Yeah.
I had some pretty bad gingivitis when my braces got off.
Okay.
Like there was so much blood taking off my braces.
Oh my God.
To the point where like the dentist was the orthodontist was very calm. Like, hey, do you brush your teeth? And I'm like, yeah. And she's like, okay. Do you brush them well? And I'm like, I like to think so. And she's like, okay, so you're gonna stop whatever you're doing, and you're gonna fix it because you have severe gingivitis. Like you're gonna lose your teeth if you don't fucking straighten up and fly right.
What were you doing wrong?
I don't know.
Huh.
I really don't know. It was just like the braces. Like I couldn't get my gums, I guess, with the braces.
Mm-hmm.
And like I had a water pick and all that. And like as soon as I got my braces off, it got a lot better.
I see.
Like it.
Okay, so yeah, that was just inhibiting it. Because
Yeah.
you have to use like a special brush where the bristles don't get caught in it, right?
I don't know. I could use any. I didn't get like a special toothbrush, but I had like a little tool where I could go in between the braces.
I see.
Yeah.
Okay, and a water pick is really good to have. Kat uses that for her braces actively. I have a water pick. I should start using it.
I did not see the fucking point in a water pick.
I just don't like flossing.
I feel like it doesn't help flossing. It didn't help. I had horrible gingivitis.
Okay, never mind.
Like, it did not fucking help me. My dad swears by that thing.
Huh. I don't know then.
Yeah, no, me neither.
Huh.
What else happened?
Going back to the little cases for the tooth.
Yeah. Of course.
Yeah. I wanted my tooth to fall out in school so bad.
Why?
Because I wanted one of the little cases.
Yeah, but how?
Everyone had one, and I was like, oh, I gotta have one.
I don't know. I was terrified of having one fall out in school. I don't know why. I was just... Well, no, then it just fell out when Layla...
I was begging for that to happen. So there was like one time that my tooth was wiggling like a motherfucker, and I was playing with it all day, and the teacher was like, Michael, get your fucking hand out of your mouth, stop it.
I have active nightmares about that. My worst nightmares are my teeth falling out, or having a wiggly tooth.
Oh well, now, yeah.
Oh, like no, like yeah, now, but
Yeah.
like I'll dream about like one of my teeth is just a little loose, and I will wake up in cold fucking sweats.
Oh my God. Well, no, that's really fucking scary now.
Because these are forever.
Yeah, no. Back when I first got, like, all of my mature teeth, I would just, like, go around and periodically check them to see if any of them were... Sure? Yeah, just to make sure. And some were, like, a little bit looser than others.
That scared
the fuck out of me. I was like, oh my god, my teeth are gonna fall out.
No,
but
I think all of them just have, like, a
yeah, there's a little bit of room.
Give.
Yeah.
And no, that terrifies me.
Absolutely. But there's one that I was working on all day, and it literally fell out when I got in my car when my mom picked me up. And I was fucking pissed. So what I planned to do was I put it in my backpack, and I was gonna fake it popping out the next day. So I tried to, like, shove it back in its spot.
Oh, Mikey!
Like, no, that hurts.
Oh,
I gotta figure out some other way to do it. And I put it back in my bag.
Why didn't you just put it in your mouth?
I absolutely could have just spit it out. I don't know how old I was, but I could have just put it in my mouth and, like, spit it into my hand. But I was like, no, I need to figure out a better way to do this so people believe me and they'll actually give me the thing.
Do you think did you ever think about just asking for one?
No, never. I was like, no, they're not going to give it to me. I need to fulfill the requirement. So, I put it back in my bag to, like, reassess the situation and figure it out later, and I never found the tooth again.
Oh, how much did you get for from the tooth fairy?
It depended on how well my mom did that week or that month. Because sometimes I would get a quarter, sometimes I'd get a 20. I don't know.
I'm gonna say something that's gonna piss people off.
Oh no!
I got a 20 every single tooth.
Every time I got maybe 120, and it was like for a front tooth.
Oh, every single tooth I got 20.
Fuck you.
Yeah.
Fuck you. Oh my god.
Did you ever lose a tooth in an apple?
Never.
I've lost 3 teeth in apples.
Oh my god.
All of them were in the same, like, week at summer camp. Like, just for some context.
How hard were the apples?
They weren't hard at all. These were just ready to fucking go.
I see.
Like, I'm pretty sure they all happened within 2 days.
Uh-huh.
And they just had apples out, like, always for a snack. Like, it was, like, a big camp, and, like, they had a dining hall. And, like, at any time, you could just walk over to the dining hall on the porch and just grab an apple and eat it, and, like, some water. And I fucking loved those apples. Those apples were so fucking good.
Yeah.
And I just kept fucking losing teeth in them.
Oh, I finally did lose a tooth in school once, and they just gave me a plastic baggie, and I wanted to cry. I wanted to cry. That was probably like 4th grade. But
that's still young enough. You should have gotten the fucking little tooth cavity.
I should have. I think they were out of them, and
that's insanity. Yeah. How many kids are losing? Well, it's a lot of kids.
I don't know. Did you ever try to tie a string to it, like a loose tooth, and slam the door?
Yeah, we did, and then I was too big of a pussy, so my parents just rip them out with their fingers.
That's exactly what happened to me. That's exactly what happened to me. I was sitting. I think it was just me and Kat that decided to do it. Because we had seen it in, like, cartoons and TV shows.
I remember, exactly. And then, then the Santa Claus did it with a fucking toaster, dropping it off the fucking wall.
Yeah. So, we tried that, and I was like, Kathleen, I don't want to do this. And I was, like, sitting on the floor, and she was like, too bad. And then she kicked the door shut, and it just yanked my head forward.
How did you get the fucking string around the tooth?
Well, you have to tie it first.
And then, like, floss it through. Yeah,
Yeah, and then you tighten it.
I could never get that part.
Kat had very nimble fingers.
My parents were older. They also just didn't put up with it.
Fair enough.
I wussed out, like, 3 times, then my mom's like, okay, hang on, and just...
Yeah, we tried it, like, twice. And I was sitting there with tears in my eyes. And Kat, like, goes down, grabs my head, opens my mouth, and just rips it out. And I bled so much.
Oh, no, that's one that's not ready. That's one that still had a little bit of time left.
No, it absolutely needed more time, and that's why it wasn't coming out.
Oh, fuck.
But,
Did you try and lose your teeth on the weekends? Or, like, on Friday nights?
No, try to lose them in school.
Oh, yeah, no, fair enough. I always try to lose them Friday.
Why Friday?
Because, like, I couldn't do, like, a day in school with, like, that fleshy part still there.
Yeah, okay, that's fair.
Ugh. Like, even as an adult, I got a Rook now, not too recently.
Uh-huh.
And, like, even as an adult, I was just fucking licking it. And, like, you're supposed to not lick it. They stuff bandages in your fucking...
Any new flesh wound in my mouth. Like, I know when I bite my cheek or something, you're not supposed to lick that either. But I did all the time. I still fuck with that.
Do you ever get, like, those weird, like, pimple things in your mouth?
Yeah, of course. Mouth sores.
Yeah, do you fuck with those?
Absolutely. Way more than I should. But...
Yeah.
I don't know. Anyways. We talked about video games for an entire 30 seconds.
So we're changing the...
This is just childhood stories now.
This is just childhood stories.
I don't know where time is on GarageBand.
Because they do it in seconds?
Yeah.
Hang on, I'm figuring that out right now. Okay, I don't think I did that right.
It's also longer than a second.
Is it longer than a sec? Is it beats?
I don't know.
Oh my god.
I have no idea.
But
definitely. Feels like we've been going on a while.
I don't know how long we've been going on. I don't know what... I think it's only been an hour and 20.
Hour 20?
I think so.
Do you want to go a little longer?
Hang on.
Yeah.
Is there a way to switch that from beats per minute or whatever?
Possibly.
On the fly editing.
Beats in time. Yeah. You nailed it. An hour and 21 minutes.
Killed it.
Good shit.
Killed it.
Good shit.
Because we started at 8:30.
Oh.
They're like around 8:30ish.
Yeah. Okay.
But I feel like we got a flow going. I feel like, no, we're going to
we'll
make this.
We'll keep going.
Bathroom break.
Bathroom break?
Yeah.
I'm cool with that.
Mute.
All right. I think let's pause the recording.
Okay. And then we can just cut this out.
Exact. And we're back from our little potty break.
Alright, so what were we talking about?
Teeth.
Teeth. Yeah, teeth. Losing teeth. Did you ever get your wisdom teeth removed?
No, but I need to soon.
Well, how soon?
Preferably before it starts
being a real issue.
Being agonizingly painful.
Yeah, wisdom teeth growing in are.
I just recently went to the dentist and they told me that mine are growing sideways, that I also need braces and like 4 teeth removed because I have too many teeth in my mouth.
Oh, fuck.
Yeah.
I thought getting a root canal was bad.
No, I need braces now, and I probably will for like 2 years.
Can you get the ones on like the inside of your mouth, inside of your teeth?
Mm-mm. Oh. I need like the ceramics. It's really bad. I asked them about Invisalign, and they're like, no.
Not even a
You're
conversation.
too far gone.
Oh, that's not ideal.
No. So, guess my teeth are just gonna be like this then, because I'm not fucking wearing braces.
Dude, you're gonna at least get the teeth pulled that need to get pulled.
I'm taking out the wisdom teeth, but see, they're gonna take out...
The other 4 that need to get pulled.
See, they're gonna take those out, but then they need the braces to close the gaps. So then I'll just have holes in my mouth if I get those out and not do the braces.
Well, where are the 4?
Are you sure?
Oh, those are right up front.
And like, these 2.
Oh, those are your front fucking
They're
teeth.
my front teeth.
If they were in the back, I'd say, fuck, just get the teeth
Oh,
pulled.
absolutely. But no.
Yeah, no, you can't. Dude, that's also going to cause a mad lisp.
I have bad enough of a lisp. I was going to talk about that before.
Lisp?
Yeah.
What sounds?
Well, I've strategically picked my vocabulary to not include those words that I cannot pronounce.
Okay, what
it used to be a lot worse. I was gonna talk about this back when you were talking about like going into ESL and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Because back in second
grade,
grade,
it wasn't ESL.
Right.
ESL is English Second Language. It was
see.
like ISM or something like that.
Okay, I had speech therapy in second grade, and that would take up my math portion, and I was so happy about that.
So you just didn't do math in second grade?
No, I would still like have the lessons and everything, but when it got to like the applied learning part, where like in the workbook, I would get to leave during that, and they'd be like, just work on it later.
Did you work on it later?
Yeah. Math was my favorite subject. I was always very good about completing that. It was English that I fucking hated. But I had to go to speech therapy because I used to not be able to pronounce my R's and L's.
Really?
Wheelie. That's how I would pronounce it every time.
Oh.
So, like, yeah, for a while, maybe up until 5th grade, I was saying, wheelie. So now it's a little different. I got better about that, obviously.
Yeah, you went to speech therapy.
Yeah, it was only that 1 year that I did it. Otherwise, it was.
Well, they got it when you were young.
Yeah. But no, it was up until like 5th grade. From 2nd grade that I still was dealing with this. Now it's a bit more for different letters that I'm just not gonna say because I can't.
Come on, just
the letter C and the letter H connected.
So you can't say change?
No.
You can say change?
No.
Why not?
Because it comes out as a K. Or if I was just saying, yeah. So there was one time in Spanish class.
Change the Chargers logo. Just try that.
No.
Why not?
No.
Dude, come on.
I have my reasons.
We already know. We already know what it sounds like.
Yeah, but this is gonna be for everybody.
It's gonna be change the
Fuck
change
you.
the Chargers logo. Just say it. Come on.
Let me tell my story first.
Have you not said CH words in front of me?
I have, but I say it very quickly to where you don't notice. I've worked on this for years. I've worked on this for years, Dan. For people to not notice. The fact that you were surprised to hear that means it's working.
It is working. Yeah,
yes.
We talk all the time.
So I had a Spanish teacher that I hated, right?
Foreign language teachers were always the worst.
Well, I had one that was very, very nice. And he was from Peru. Don't tell Sebastian I said that. But we had this other teacher, and her name was literally Castro.
Are you fucking serious?
I swear to God. She was Miss Castro. And I don't feel bad about saying that out loud, because you're never going to know where I went to school or who it is. Miss Castro.
Okay.
She ran that class like a dictatorship. And...
like her namesake?
Pretty much, yeah. So, he was asking us, she had the desks arranged in like a U shape around the classroom. So she would stand in the center and she would be able to look at all of us.
Okay.
And she would start at the first person, and we would have to go in like alphabetical order of Spanish-speaking countries. And when it got to me, I had...
Is it Colombia?
Nope. I can say Colombia just fine. I had this one.
Oh, you had Chile.
I did.
So you had Chile.
I did. And I did my damnedest to pronounce it. And she said, no, try again. And I said it like 2 more times. And then I was like, miss, this is me trying my hardest to say it. I have a speech impediment. I cannot pronounce these letters the way you will want me to. And everybody's fucking joining in the class like, hey, he literally can't pronounce these. And she's like getting in my face. Like, no, say it right or we don't move on to the next person. And I was trying not to cry. It was really bad. 10th grade. I was 15. That was one of my least favorite experiences in high school. I hated that woman with a passion.
Alright, so I took French in 6th grade.
Yeah.
And French, I could barely do English at this point.
Yeah.
So French was not a fucking concern of mine.
Okay.
And this is 6th grade French.
Yeah.
Bear in mind. And it turns out that when you go to a Miami school and you're taking French, you're going to be with a lot of people from Europe and Haiti.
Correct.
And I was the only one who wasn't from one of those places.
Only one?
Yeah, everybody else.
Was it like an advanced French class?
No, it was just French class. It was just, we didn't have the distinction Because we...
You don't have, like, French 1, 2...
No, it was just...
Okay.
In middle school, it was just French.
For middle school, yeah.
And it was like, so we took French in 4th and 5th grade.
Yeah.
And then 6th grade. And she was such a fucking tyrant. Like, she made it... You could only speak French in that classroom. And everybody else was doing great.
Yeah.
Because they spoke French their entire lives.
Yeah.
I barely passed French in 4th grade. Barely passed French in 5th grade. I had no business being in that classroom.
Okay.
And she tore into me. And it got to the point where even my parents didn't give a shit if I passed or not.
Oh, my parents were the same way with Castro. Because my sister had her for IB, which were like the college level courses.
Okay.
And she would just fuck over my sister all the goddamn time.
She didn't like you guys?
No. She was not a fan of the Anastasi family.
I feel French teacher or foreign language teachers are the worst. Did I tell you about my French teacher in lower school? Or like elementary school, I guess, for you.
You were taught French in elementary?
Yeah. I took French class in 4th and 5th grade.
Yeah.
And it was just a goober session. It was just a bunch of me and my friends. And I learned nothing. I know to say chat, which I think is either ball or dog. I'm pretty sure le chat is dog. That's all I know. And the only phrase I can say in French is Je m'appelle Daniel, comment ça va?
Yeah.
Which is, hi, my name's Dan, how are you? That's all I know. That's the only French I know. And
do you know, like, any verbs? Anything?
No, that is all the French I know. Je m'appelle Daniel, comment ça va? And, wait, no, comment ça va is how you say in Spanish. Je m'appelle Daniel.
Comment se llama? No, that's asking someone how to
Oh my god. Alright, all I know is Je m'appelle Daniel.
Excellent.
I just fucking lost 50% of the French. And le chat. And the dog. And all we would do in that...
That's maybe dog. Possibly
maybe.
ball.
It's either ball or dog. But I fucking know that one for sure.
Okay, great.
And all I did in that classroom was we had little flashcards on a whiteboard with magnets on it. And it was like, hey, go make sentences with this. And all the guys would do would be ball... Like, dog eats boy's ball. And just, like, weird shit like that. Or, like, it got really weird for, like, 5th and 4th graders. Because we were doing, like, dog drinks girl's milk.
What?
Yeah. Or girl eats boy's ball. Or boy drinks girl's milk.
That's so funny.
I did. It was limited, but god damn it, we went to the ringer. You did your best
with it, yeah.
And
you covered every base.
He was such a goober guy. He was fucking... Like, he tried to pull I got in trouble all the fucking time because he was pronouncing my last name horribly incorrect. And I guess that was my fault. On account of
being French? Or...
I think...
Okay.
Like, he was from France. He had a very thick French accent.
Yeah.
But apparently, like, it was my fault that he was mispronouncing my last name.
Why was it your fault?
I don't know. He was just fucking pissed at me all the time.
Oh, he blamed you for that. That's what you're saying. Okay.
And, like, he pulled one of the classics, which parent should I call? Like, he's like, you're in trouble. Which parent should I call? And I'm like, you should call my... And I knew this. I knew this because I saw it in a movie. And I was like, this, I'm gonna fucking play the player.
I got him, yeah.
I'm like, you should call my mom.
Uh-huh.
Because my dad's a hard ass.
Okay.
He's like, I'm gonna call your dad. And I'm like, you fell into my you activated
you
my
fell for the reverse psychology, motherfucker.
Because my dad didn't give a shit.
Yeah.
It's like, what? It's like, what Dan do? Oh, he was just breathing? And his name was hard to pronounce? Alright, I'll get right on that. Then he tutored...
But if he called your mom...
Oh, if he called my mom would have fucking eviscerated me. Because my mom believed every other person in the world besides me.
Yeah.
And, like... Fuck. What else happened? Oh, he tutored me for my French final. There was no chance in fuck I was going to pass.
Okay, but he tutored you anyway.
He tutored me, and it was him and me sitting in, like, a picnic table outside. Because we had a bunch of those, because it was Florida, and it was nice weather.
Right.
And he was just sitting there, and like, he's sweating, leaning over, and I'm sweating because it's hot as shit. I'm wearing sweatpants for some reason, because I just wore those every day in 6th grade. I'll tell you why. Because I liked
Yeah.
pants, and
Yeah.
those were the only pants you could wear.
Really?
Yeah. It was super weird.
Why?
I don't know.
So what else was allowed?
Shorts. You would just have to wear shorts.
That's so stupid.
It's
so stupid.
No, it's really stupid. But so it was me and him sitting there, and he'd be like, "Sheknar," and that's how I pronounced it. That's not me over exaggerating it. It was my last name's Schechter,
Yeah.
but it was always Sheknar.
Where the fuck did the N come from?
I don't know. I have no idea.
He has the attendance sheet.
He does.
He can see it written out.
Yeah.
That there is no N in your last name.
That's how he fucking said it, and he
That's
said
so stupid.
fucking proud. And then that was a big issue for him, I guess.
My elementary school Spanish teacher pronounced my first name. I had always had people mispronounce my last name.
Yeah.
It was always like Anastasi or Anastasia or Anastasia. Nobody. I think one teacher got it right. Is like, is it Anastasia? And I was like, holy shit, yes. They just added accents where accents weren't there.
Yeah.
But
because they were trying to guess what region
yeah,
the name was from.
Yeah. But the only one to ever mispronounce my first name was my Spanish teacher in elementary school, and he said, "Michael, is Michael here?" And I was like, surely he doesn't mean me.
You were looking around for
No,
Michael?
I was looking around for Michael. Because nobody's ever fucked up Michael. How do you fuck up Michael? So, then I realized, oh shit, my name was never called for the attendance. And he walks up to me and he's like, "You're the only one who didn't raise your hand. What's your name?" And I said, "My name's Michael." And he said, "Spell it." And I spelt it. And he was like, "I called you like 4 times." And he was so upset with me. He was so upset with me.
What grade was this?
This was like 2nd grade.
2nd grade?
2nd grade. He was so upset with me. And he was looking at me like I'm the fucking crazy person for saying Michael.
Oh,
what the
no.
fuck?
Oh.
Michael.
Michelle, that's
What the
bad.
hell?
No, Michelle's really bad.
Michelle's really bad.
Oh, fuck. No, that's gone. That's insanity.
I'm not crazy for not like answering to that, right?
I mean, eventually, if he didn't call my name, I'd raise my hand and be like, "Hey, you didn't call my name."
He didn't give us the chance to.
Oh,
He was
he
like
walked in
watching
on
me.
you?
Yeah.
And
He
he
was like, "You didn't raise your hand. You're the only one who
did
didn't
he ever
raise
get
your
it
hand."
right, or was it
I think he just didn't say my name after that.
he just fucking shunned you from the class?
Kinda. But but no, he was getting in my face. He was like, "I would have marked you absent. You would have had to go home to your parents and explain how you skipped Spanish class." And I went there, a 2nd grader, like, what is happening? What the fuck is this? I was so confused and scared.
Oh my! No, teachers are the worst.
They are.
Teachers are either great or they're god awful.
Yeah.
Oh, fuck! I have a great story about a
Yeah.
teacher getting in my face.
Mm-hmm.
So we got lockers in 5th grade.
I never had lockers.
That's insanity.
Never.
My girlfriend never had lockers, and she wants to go to a school like a American high school to see lockers.
I kind of do too.
I will organize a trip or something.
Fantastic.
And like we got lockers, and it's a bunch of 5th graders getting like their first like piece of real estate, like their first space that's
I
theirs.
own this property. Yeah.
Exactly. So
Uh-huh.
this is insanity for them.
Mm-hmm.
And like we were all fucking around, and none of us really knew how to use a combo lock yet.
Yeah.
So like they were teaching us, and they're making a big point of this is how you do it,
Mm-hmm.
and you gotta learn how to do it before you get your locker, and you need to show us that you can do it 3 times in a row before you get your locker.
That makes sense.
Reasonable.
Yeah.
So we were just all fucking around, and
Naturally.
and what we were doing a lot of the time was we would lock a kid's lock, and then throw it in a random locker, and just like it was on the kid to find it. And it turns out that teacher's kid was in my grade, and I didn't know that and I knew that I was friends with that kid,
Yeah.
and I had no idea that was his mom.
Yeah.
And, like, we were fucking around, and so I get his lock, I lock it, and I throw it in there, and then somebody locks the locker.
Oh, fuck.
And, like, I forget about it, and she's like, we all go to our classroom eventually, and she, like, walks up to me and is like, hey, what did you do with Davy's lock? And I'm like, what are you talking about? And she's like, get up. And she takes, and, like, you know that hallway I was talking about?
Yeah.
There's, like, a little, like, closet area there. And
No.
she, like, takes me to the closet.
No.
And she starts fucking screaming at me. Like, no, like, no holds barred, nothing, like, she wasn't trying to hide it. It wasn't, like, a quiet scream, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
She was screaming. Full volume, full lungs. Like, to the point where the other teacher in the classroom conjoining it walks in and pops her head in, like, hey, is everything okay? And I'm weeping at this point.
Of course.
I'm sobbing. Because this was the first time an adult that wasn't my mom or my dad yelled at me.
Yeah.
And I was sobbing. And she took it to, like, a weird level. Like, I had to apologize to him and, like, in front of her, and it was, like, weird, and that was really bad. And, like, I walked back in, and the classroom was just fucking silent because they just heard the class clown get torn into for the shit that everybody was doing. It's like they threw the book at me. They made an example out of me. And, yeah, no.
That's crazy.
And the weird part is, like, a grade later, me and him were partnered together for a project, and I went to his house.
Was your relationship not the same?
Me and him, we were friends. We were cool. He was fucking cool about it. He was like, like, he apologized to me, like, later. Like, we were just hanging out. He's like, hey, dude, I'm so sorry for how my mom took that.
Yeah.
That was, like, a weird level for her to go. And I'm like, it's okay. And it wasn't okay.
Of course not.
I was still freaking the fuck out about it a little bit. And, like, we were good about it. But then I had to go to her house for us to work on the project together.
Oh, fuck.
And it was weird. The entire vibe was just off.
Yeah. Because she knew who you were.
Yeah,
she remembered.
She knew, I assume. Because she taught me last year.
Only a year had passed.
Yeah.
Oh, then she absolutely.
Oh, okay. No, 100%. Yeah. And it was really weird.
Did she ever, like, say anything about it? Or was it just like...
No, we didn't breathe a word of it after that incident.
I see.
Because I was terrified to ever bring it up.
Absolutely.
Oh, I have another weird interaction with a teacher outside of school.
Uh-huh.
So, the third grade teacher, the one who I said took a grumpy pill, her kid was, like, 2 or 3 years younger than me.
Okay.
And my neighborhood was a big, like, area for the kids who went to that school. So, like, all of our neighbors went, or not all the kids in the neighborhood went to the same school. And there was this girl who was, like, filthy rich. And she was throwing a birthday party. And she, like, specifically made a point not to invite a bunch of the guys, like, in the neighborhood. She's like, I'm having a party, and you're not invited.
Oh, my God.
And it was
devastating.
And it was me and some friends, and we're just like, what? Yeah. Like, even then, we were like, that's kind of fucked up to do.
It is.
So, based on the movies we watch, like, let's crash the party.
You didn't.
We did. And this was, like, my favorite memory. Like, it was a bunch of us. We were hanging out at the construction site, and then, like, it was, like, 7 o'clock rolled around. I'm like, all right, let's go crash the party. So we bike over there. We throw our bikes in a bush.
Okay.
And we hop the fence. And we're at the party. We're there.
Yeah.
And we're just all hanging out. There's a ton of candy, and we're just filling our fucking pockets with just, like, ring pops. The fucking baby.
You looted the place.
We were looting. We were fucking looting.
Yeah.
And I just was walking, and I just walked into the teacher. Like, I was not looking where I was going. Bam.
No.
Hit her in the back. She turns around, and I'm like, what the fuck? And she's like, oh, I'm so she didn't know. She did not recognize me.
Uh-huh.
And I'm like, I was frozen solid because, like, oh my god,
it's like grumpy pill.
And I was like, does she know it's me? Does she know it's the grumpy pill kid who fucking eviscerated her that day? The one who changed everything.
The school was never the same.
Dude, no, for real. Like, I had a reputation after that.
As the grumpy kill guy?
As like a troublemaker. As like a fucking, he's a smart aleck. He's too smart for his own good. He'll talk back to you.
That's the dumbest shit.
Cause a grumpy pill.
That's the dumbest shit.
No, that grumpy pill. Really, I'd do it again.
Absolutely.
I would double down.
100%.
I'd just call her a bitch next time. If I had a time machine, I'd stop Hitler.
Man,
of
Miss
course.
Taylor's a real fucking bitch today.
I'd stop. I'd be at the school and I'd corner me and I'm like, hey, listen, you're gonna think to say somebody took a grumpy pill.
Yeah.
Don't say that. Just say, God, Miss Delasio.
Yeah.
Why are you being such a fucking bitch right now?
That's what you would do with a time machine?
I'd drill that into his head, and then I'd reap all the rewards of that. So yeah, then what's her face found me, and then we all ran, hopped the fence, and went over to a house, and we enjoyed Ramune.
Enjoyed your spoils.
We did, and Ramune sodas.
Nice.
Did you ever have Ramune?
Of course.
Ramune was fucking good.
The ritual of popping the little ball in.
How old were you until you were strong enough to do it yourself?
I think the first one I could do it.
How old were you?
I don't remember. Maybe 8.
Oh my god.
What I did was I took the cap and I pushed it under the table because we were at a Thai restaurant, I think.
Oh.
And I pushed it under the table and slammed it together.
Oh,
and my
smart.
uncle was there and he was like, "You're gonna break the fucking bottle, don't do that." And then I never did it again.
Did you ever get the marble out?
One time, I put the bottle in a bag and then I smashed it with a hammer. And then my mom walked down and she was like, "What are you doing?" I was like, "I'm gonna get the ball out." And she saw me with a hammer and a bag of broken glass about to stick my hand in, and she was like, "No, give it to me right now. Give it to me right now."
I got the bottle. Me and my girlfriend went to I think Ramen Lab or something. She got one. That was her first time ever having one, and she was amazing. They're great. No, yeah. But they're small, dude.
They are. There's not much.
There's not a lot of liquid for being and it's $7.
Yeah, no, they're expensive.
But she got it, and she's like, "Hey, can you get the ball out?" And this is our 4th or 5th date.
Yeah.
And I'm like, "I gotta do it.
Of course.
And I fucking sliced my finger open doing that.
What was your tactic?
I was heating up the plastic with a lighter.
Okay.
And then cutting into it with a knife.
Did it work?
It did work. It got it got the blue bit off. Mm-hmm. And then, but yeah, no, I cut myself pretty bad doing that. And I was 20 doing this.
Oh my god, this was recent.
Yeah, this was not. I wasn't 15 or something.
This was 2 years ago.
I was a full-grown adult.
I don't know. I always loved them. We would talk about getting the ball out a lot because me and my sister were like, we should start collecting them. Just the ball. Not knowing you just get glass balls for a fish tank.
Can you?
Yeah, totally.
That clear though?
Probably. I don't see why not. But it's knowing that it's from that.
Exactly.
Yeah, it's different. So, I don't know if I ever did get the ball out from that broken bag of glass.
I remember distinctly me and 2 other kids throwing them at a steel dumpster wall, trying to get them to shatter.
Yeah.
Did not.
They're very dense
are some
glasses.
Very strong bottles.
Uh-huh.
I think it's because kids were just doing that.
Probably.
Yeah.
Probably. They had to be okay, this is our gimmick.
No, it's definitely 100% because 100%. Here's the thing: if you try and pour it out, the ball will stop it.
Oh, I never thought about that.
Yeah.
So it has to be drank from the bottle.
Yeah.
Weird.
Well, that's
was that on purpose?
I assume so. Yeah.
Interesting.
Because that was the seal.
Right. Yeah, no, it would just clog it. It would block the way.
Yeah.
Interesting. I never thought about that.
I'm pretty sure I have one of the bottles in my bathroom right now.
I don't know where it sells them.
Like, okay, I found like a weird no, not like here, but like down in my like they're in like Japanese food stores.
Yeah.
Which are not very commonplace.
No, I've never been to one. I've been to a Filipino.
They sell them at Ramen
store.
Lab.
There? Huh.
At Ramen Lab, yeah.
I've never been to Ramen Lab.
Have you not?
Nah, and Anna doesn't like Asian food.
You
so
gotta go at some point.
I do.
I'll go.
We can all go.
I'd love to go.
A little
to
group
Ramen
trip.
Lab.
Because Sebastian eats there as well.
Yeah, Sebastian. Yeah, me and Sebastian have gone there a few times.
Alright, and I can probably get Kat on board. We should go.
Yeah.
But Alex actually took me to this, I don't know if it was a Thai restaurant, some kind of Asian variety restaurant, that was pretty close to Paws, the kava bar, and they had them, and they had lychee flavor, and that was the last time I had one. It was delicious. It was so fucking good.
Dude, the original was where it's at.
I don't remember which I had. I always had, it had a blue label. I know that.
I think it might have been the original.
Was it?
Yeah, the original was blue.
What's the flavor of the original?
I have no fucking idea.
Okay. I've been drinking Dr. Pepper cream sodas.
I
love them so much.
I'm drinking a lot of diet soda.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I'm trying to gain weight. That's why.
That's why. I'm trying to lose it. You're trying to gain it.
Yeah, exactly. Because, no, I got really sick, and then I got way too skinny.
Yeah, that was pretty bad.
Yeah.
I feel bad because you were moving the day you got sick. You were helping me move.
Yeah.
I felt really responsible.
No. It wasn't your fault. You know that.
I know.
But
I know straining you could not have helped.
It was nothing like super heavy. Me, you, and your roommate Paul are very capable boys.
Oh yeah, no, we crushed it. It was
did.
Very quick.
We got it done quite efficiently. If he wasn't chatting up
so fucking hot.
It was so fucking hot outside. No, I was very, very weak by the end of it.
Yeah.
And then my mom was like, "Hey, come help us move mattresses."
Dude, I would have helped.
I know, but I was like freaking out as well. I was not in a good headspace at the time. But yeah, and then we're almost at 2 hours.
All right, is that seconds or minutes?
This is time.
Oh, that's the time. Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, there we go. That's perfect.
I'm really hungry, dude.
All right, let's just cut it. All
okay.
Right, well, fuck. Okay.
We'll do an outro.
All right. Yeah.
So that was weird. Anyway.
Anyway, thank you for joining us for the third episode of the $60 podcast.
Thank you very much. Hope you enjoyed it. Next time we'll talk about video games.
For real this
Probably.
time. God willing.
Yeah.
All
we'll see. Hope you enjoyed some childhood stories, though.
We know we did.
I did.
I did as well.
All right.
Have a day.
Sure.